Magister militum was a top-level military command used in the later Roman Empire, dating from the reign of Constantine. Used alone, the term referred to the senior military officer of the empire. In Greek sources, the term is translated either as strategos or as stratelates. Establishment and development of the office. The title of Magister militum was created in the 4th century, when Emperor Constantine the Great deprived the praetorian prefects of their military functions. Initially 2 posts were created, one as head of the foot troops, as the Magister Peditum, and one for the more prestigious horse troops, the Magister Equitum. The latter title had existed since Republican times, as the second-in-command to a Roman dictator. Under Constantine's successors, the title was also established at a territorial level. Magistri Peditum and Magistri Equitum were appointed for every praetorian prefecture, and, in addition, for Thrace and, sometimes, Africa. On occasion, the officers would be combined under a single person, then styled Magister Equitum a Peditum or Magister Utriusque Militiae. As such, they were directly in command of the local mobile field army of the comitatenses, composed mostly of cavalry, which acted as a rapid reaction force. Other magistri remained at the immediate disposal of the emperors, and were termed impraesenta. By the late 4th century, the regional commanders were termed simply Magister militum. In the Western Empire, a commander-in-chief was sometimes appointed with the title of Magister Utriusque Militiae. This powerful office was often the power behind the throne and was held by Stilicho, Ricimer and others. In the East, there were 2 senior generals, who were appointed to the office of Magister militum praesentiales. During the reign of Emperor Justinian I, with increasing military threats and the expansion of the Eastern Empire, 3 new posts were created. The Magister militum per Armenium in the Armenian provinces, formerly part of the jurisdiction of the Magister militum per Orientum. The Magister militum per Africum in the reconquered African provinces, with a subordinate Magister Peditum, and the Magister militum Spania. In the course of the 6th century, internal and external crises in the provinces often necessitated the temporary union of the supreme regional civil authority with the office of the Magister militum. In the establishment of the exarchates of Ravenna and Carthage in 584, this practice found its first permanent expression. Indeed, after the loss of the eastern provinces to the Muslim conquest in the 640s, the surviving field armies and their commanders formed the first themata. Supreme military commanders sometimes also took this title in early medieval Italy, for example in the Papal States and in Venice, whose doge claimed to be the successor to the Exarch of Ravenna. List of Magistri militum. Unspecified commands 383–385 eighths. Flavius Bauto, Magister militum under Valentinian II, 385 eighths–394. Arbogest, Magister militum under Valentinian II and Eugenius, 383–388. Androgathius, 422. Asterius, 480. Ovida, cum de Magister Utriusque Militiae 411–421. Flavius Constantius, 422–425. Castinus, 425–430. Flavius Constantius Felix, 431–432. Bonifacius, 432–433. Sebastianus, 433–454. Flavius Aetius, 455–456. Avitus and Remittus, 456–472. Ricimer, 472–473. Gundobad, 475. Eclesius Avitus, 475–476. Flavius Orestes, Pagalius 352–355, Claudius Silvanus 362–364, Flavius Iovinus, Magister Equitum under Julian and Jovian, 419, Flavius Gaudentius, 425–433, Flavius Aetius, 437–439, Avitus, 452–456, Agrippinus, 456–461, Egidius, 461–462, Agrippinus, 472, Bilima, 465–486, Syagrius, per Hispanias 441–442, Asterius, 443, Flavius Merobodus, 446, Vitus, per Illyricum, -350, Vetranio, Magister Peditum under Constans, 361, Flavius Iovinus, Magister Equitum under Julian, 365–375, Equitius, Magister Utriusque Militiae under Valentinian I, 395, Alaric I, 457–468, Marcellinus, 468–474, Julius Nepos, 477–479, Onulphus, 479–481, Sabinianus Magnus, 528, Ascum, 529–530/1, Mundus, 532–536, Mundus, c. 538, Justin, c. 544, Vitellius, c. 550, John, 568–569/70, Bonus, 581–582, Theognis, per Orientum c. 347, Flavius Eusebius, Magister Utriusque Militiae, 349–359, Ursicinus, Magister Equitum under Constantius, 359–360, Sabinianus, Magister Equitum under Constantius, 363–367, Lupicinus, Magister Equitum under Jovian and Valens, 371–378, Lulius, Magister Equitum Apoditum under Valens, 383, Flavius Ricomeus, Magister Equitum Apoditum, 383–388, Elebicus, Magister Equitum Apoditum, 392, Eutherius, Magister Equitum Apoditum, 393–396, Addius, Magister Equitum Apoditum, 395/400, Fravita, 433–446, Anatolius, 447–451, Zeno, 460s, Flavius Ardaboa Aspar, -469, E. Ordanus, 469–471, Zeno, 483–498, Ioannis Scyther, c. 503–505, Ariobundus Daguliphus Ariobundus, 505–506, Phares Manes, 516, 518, Hypatius, 518–529, Diogenianus, 520–525, 526, Hypatius, 527, Libellarius, 527–529, Hypatius, 529–531, Belisarius, 531, Mundus, 532–533, Belisarius, 540, Buzzes, 542, Belisarius, 543 to 544, Martinus, 549 to 551, Belisarius, 555, Amantius, 556, Valerianus, 569, Zmarcus, 572 to 573, Martian, 573, Theodorus, 574, Eusebius, 574, 574-577, Justinian, 577 to 582, Maurice, 582 to 583, John Mistaken, 584-587, 588, Philippicus, 588, Priscus, 588 to 589, Philippicus, 589 to 591, Commensalius, 591 to 603, Narses, 603 to 604, Germanus, 604 to 605, Leontius, 605 to 610, Dimensiolis, Pathrasius, 377 to 378, Flavius Saturninus, Magister Equitum under Valens, 377 to 378, Trajanus, Magister Peditum under Valens, 378, Sebastianus, Magister Peditum under Valens, 380 to 383, Flavius Saturninus, Magister Peditum under Theodosius I, 392 to 393, Flavius Stilicho, Magister Equitum a Peditum, 412 to 414, Constans, 441, Ioannis the Vandal, Magister Utriusque Militiae, 468 to 474, Armatus, 474, Heraclius of Edessa, 511, Hypatius, 512, Cyril, 514, Battalion, 530 to 533, Chilbidius, 550, California, 554, Artabanes, 588, Priscus, 593, Priscus, 593 to 594, Peter, 594, California, 598, Priscus, 598 to 601, Commensalius, 601 to 602, Peter, Praesentilis, 351 to 361, Flavius Arbitio, Magister Equitum under Constantius, 361 to 363, Flavius Nevitor, Magister Equitum under Julian, 363 to 379, Victor, Magister Equitum under Valens, 366 to 378, Flavius Irenaeus, Magister Peditum under Valens, 364 to 369, Flavius Iovinus, Magister Equitum under Valentinian I, 364 to 366, Dagalifus, Magister Peditum under Valentinian I, 367 to 372, Severus, Magister Peditum under Valentinian I, 369 to 373, Flavius Theodosius, Magister Equitum under Valentinian I, 375 to 388, Merobodus, Magister Peditum under Valentinian I, Gratian and Magnus Maximus, 388 to 395, T. Marcius, 394 to 408, Flavius Stilicho, Magister Equitum a Peditum, 399 to 400, Gainus, 400, Fravita, 409, Varanus and Arsacius, 419, Plinter, 443 to 451, Apollonius, 450 to 451, Anatolius, 475–477 478, Armatus, 485, Longinus, 492 to 499, John the Hunchback, 528, Leontius, 528 to 529, Phocas, 520–538 ninths, Citis, 536, Germanus, 536, Maxentius, 546 to 548, Artabanes, 548 ninths minus 552, Suartues, 562, Constantius, 582, Germanus, 585, California, 586, Commensalius, 626, Bonus, per African Western Empire 373 to 375, Flavius Theodosius, Magister Equitum, 386 to 398, Gildo, Magister Equitum Apoditum, Eastern Empire 534 to 536, Solomon, 536 to 539, Germanus, 539 to 544, Solomon, 544 to 546, Sergius, 545 to 546, Ariobandas, 546, Artabanes, 546 to 552, John Troglita, 578 to 590, Gennadius, Magister Militarum Byzantine and Medieval Italy Venice 8th century, Marcellus, 737, Domenico Leone under Leo III the Isaurian, 738, Felice Cornicola under Leo III the Isaurian, 739, Theodatus Ursus under Leo III the Isaurian, 741, Joannes Fabratius under Leo III the Isaurian, 764 to 787, Mauritius Galba. Later, less formal use of the term. By the 12th century, the term was being used to describe a man who organized the military force of a political or feudal leader on his behalf. In the Gesta Herwadi, the hero is several times described as Magister Militum by the man who translated the original early English account into Latin. It seems possible that the writer of the original version, now lost, thought of him as the Hereward, the supervisor of the military force. That this later use of these terms was based on the classical concept seems clear.